Hi everybody.
Hi.
We are going to study the linear equation. This is very interesting equation that everybody need to know about. So how many of you familiar with linear equation? Trina? You know? It's okay. I'm going to show you how to apply the linear equation to our real life and how it's related to the numbers. So look at the board now. What do you see? What are you seeing?
A graph.
A graph, right? Very good. So we see the number and we see the point on the graph, right? Yeah. This is the our work. So for example, you are work part-time now at the Binh or laundrette or whatever. Later on, right? You're gonna get a job, right? And you're gonna get paid about like, let's say $10 an hour. And you're gonna work 5 hours a day, right? So how much you gonna get a day? $50 a day, right? Very good. And this linear equation, when we graphing, it represents all the information, but just one equation. So the question today is, what is the total amount of money you're gonna get paid if you work like 3 days a week? Do you have any idea about it? If you work 3 days a week, how much total amount you're gonna get?
150.
150. But how we function the linear equation so that we know that if we work like a month, how much we're gonna get? If we work like a year, how much we're gonna get paid? That is how the linear equation functions. Okay, before I go further about this equation, I want you to tell me what is the equation? How do you recognize the equation? Okay, let's try this example. 2x plus b. What is that? Lena, can you tell me what is that? Is it an equation?
What? It's an expression.
Right. This is just an expression. The equation is two expressions are equal. So it must have two expressions, yeah, to call an equation like this. So we recognize an equation by the equal sign, right? It must have the equal sign to be called an equation, right?
Yeah.
So the expression has no equal sign, right? Okay. Now go back to the linear equation. So why we call it linear equation? What is the difference between the linear equation and the regular equation? How many of you know that? Okay. Linear equation is a straight line. So why is it a straight line? Because when you solve the equation, you got the solution, right? So you draw the solution on the graph. So you lay the point on the graph. Like this is the solution. And sometimes you have more than one solution. So you lay the point. After you lay the point on the graph, you connect all the points together. So it forms a straight line. That is linear equation. You got it? You understand it?
Yes.
So sometimes the linear equation, the line start from the origin and go up to the right side. But sometimes it start from here and go up like this, go down like this. You know why is that? the line goes up. It represents like the more days you work, the more money you get paid, right? The less days you work, the less money you get paid. Like one day you work 5 hours, 2 days you work 10 hours, 3 days you work 15 hours, right? So 5 hours you got $50. So 3 days you got $150. Okay, that is the linear equation. The regular equation just has only one solution. You know that, right? This has only one solution. When you solve the regular equation, it comes out only one solution. But linear equation, it has an infinity solution. So it could be 100 solutions, it could be 1,000 equations, right? So, do you think the linear equation is important to our life?
Yes.
You do? Right, because you know why? You know who need to know the linear equation? You know who?
Business people.
Any people. Like accountant. You know why the accountant need to know the linear equation? The accountant, sometimes they need to know like how much production they're gonna make and sell for the next month or for the next year. So they have to calculate using linear equation to calculate how much material. So we need to produce that product to sell for the next year. The more material, the more product they can make. The less material, the less production they can make. So that's why they use linear equation, right? Another people who need to know the linear equation is the engineer. So why the engineers need to know this linear equation? You guys can tell me? Okay, let me give you some example to have the insight of how engineer need to know this. Because the engineer, like the construction engineer, if they want to build a 10-story building, right? So if they have to have this much of material to build 1 story, right? To construct 1-story building. So if they have the 17-story building, so how much material they're gonna need to build that high building? That means the higher building, the more material they need. And the lower building, right? So the less material they're gonna need. So that's why we have the 2 straight lines. Sometimes it goes up and sometimes it goes down. And I'm gonna show you an example why it's gonna go down. Like when you later or sooner when you grow up, you're gonna finish school, you're gonna get a job, right? And you wanna buy a car. Instead of borrow the money from the bank to buy a car, because you don't want to pay the bank the interest, yeah? So you can borrow your parents, your friends, right? So for example, you borrow, gotta give you another chart. So you borrow 3,000. And you promise to pay them back, right? And you work like 3 days, 4 days a week. And you have to calculate like how long you can pay them back? How long you can pay the money back to your parents or your friends? Do you have any idea about that? If you have to borrow 3,000 to buy your car. So we use the linear equation to find that out. Okay? All right. Like depend on your income. So let's say you can pay like $350 a month, right? So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 12 months. So the first month you pay 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 2,000, right? So you're gonna start over here. You borrow, you owe the money, right? And the first month you pay. So you're gonna write this down. Month, I'm gonna use M represent for month. 1 month. 250 equal 250, right? This is the amount, right? I'm gonna A. Then you A put 250 like 3 months. So A gonna be what? So you put like 3,000 here equal 250. So this is gonna be what? M, right? Now we have to solve for M.
Divide 200.
Right, you divide 250, you divide 250. So they're gonna be about like about 12 months. Yeah. So now you know it's gonna take about 12 months. You can pay back to your parents that's why you owe, right? Right? Is that interesting equation?
Yes.
Yeah. Kati worked 5 hours each day. Yeah. So they give you the table like this. It shows the information, right? In 5 days, you work 25 hours, right? In 6 days, you can work 30 hours. In 7 days, you can work 35 hours, and so on. So with this information on the table and with this information of the problem, you can figure out how you're gonna drive a linear equation that function this information. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you know how you're gonna drive. Just one linear equation that represents all the information over here. Have any idea? So I'm gonna give you some multiple choice answer, okay? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Like is equal 5B. C is the correct answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Because 5D is the day, so 5 times 5 is 25, and 5 times 6 is 30.
Very good. Very good. So you got it, right? But when we have the, when we choose the correct answer, we have to prove it, right? How are you gonna prove it?
You plug in the numbers for
Yeah.
the days.
That's how we call plug and check. We plug the unknown number to the known number and check it, right? I'm sorry, we plug the known number to the unknown number and check it. Yeah. Or another way we can say that is substitution method, right? Okay. Now we're gonna try to do that, right? So I'm gonna plug in 25 hours and age, right?
Yep.
It's gonna be 5D. We're gonna choose this one, right? So we're gonna plug D, right? 25 equal 5. We're gonna plug in 5. Now we check it. 25 equal 25. Now very makes sense. So we got the right answer. So when you take the test, so we may have multiple choice answer like this, so you're not sure like which one is the correct one, right? So we're gonna guess. For example, I'm gonna guess this one. But how do I know that one is the correct one? So I use the substitution method to prove that I was right. Trina, you got it?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, yeah. So do you need, do you think that, do we need to know the linear equation?
Yes.
Or do we not?
We do.
We do, right? Okay, very good. Here just finished the activities today as a group, so you can work in a group, right? Help each other, so everybody can learn. So if you have any problem with the activities, just raise your hand. I'll help you, okay? So everybody can learn. And you do your homework, you do, at home, so you do by your own, right?
Okay, so we'll do this.
Okay, guys, very well done. I'm gonna give you the homework for today. Just finish your homework, and then if you have any question, come to see me. I will help you, okay? And remember, the linear equation is very important in our life. So everybody needs to learn it. It doesn't matter who you're going to be in the future, but you need to learn it because it helps you a lot. It helps you to figure out many information that you need to know in the future. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Thank you for coming out today.